you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome race fans. Tonight, PRL Southern Spoon Cup Series takes you to the track of the Super Speedway of Talladega for a 75 laps. They are going to be bumper to bumper here tonight. This should be a great race here tonight because the draft is going to play a huge factor in how these guys race. Of course, the tire wear, not so much here at Talladega, but it will definitely play a big part here tonight. I was asked to interview somebody here tonight. Jeremiah Vincent, you got a copy?
Copy.
Well, Jeremiah, I know that you're on the track out there, bud, kind of in the draft, but I was asked to give you an interview here tonight. Coming into the night of Talladega, draft's going to play a huge factor in tonight. What's your game plan? Of course, no high-end details, of course, but do you have a game plan set for tonight?
Just try to take it easy, not make any major mistakes or anything, keep it clean, just try to be there at the end and then make a move.
Well, from what I understand, your brother, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make it here tonight, but do you have somebody you can work with?
Yeah, I got a buddy in the field I'm going to be working with.
Well, all right, Jeremiah Vincent coming in to tonight in the point standings, though, man. You are in ninth place with 55 points, so running pretty good this season so far. Keep it up, man. Still a long race to go. Long season, really.
Thank you.
Well, all right, that was Jeremiah Vincent. Didn't want to really bother him out there on the track. I know they are racing, so or practicing, really. Yeah, folks, we had some technical difficulties at the beginning. OBS didn't want to show my desktop, so I kind of had to stop the stream real quick and then reset OBS. But we're here. See a lot of people in a chat here tonight. We've got Beware, Random, KNS, good to see you. Hyper, Static, the Hedgehog, Fusion, nice to see you in chat here tonight. Some of my regulars, love seeing y'all here. Charlie Vincent is a father of Jeremiah and Josiah. Not quite sure. Glad to see you in chat as well. Well, folks, we are going to run through the points here real quick coming into Talladega. Bailey Turner coming, he won last week. I believe they were at New Hampshire last week, so he will grab the top in the point standings as well. He will come in tonight in first place with 88 points. Eric Cutton going to be coming in a second with 84, 4 points behind Turner. Raul Martinez coming in third with 80 points. Eli Hinton in fourth. Mark Emerson in fifth with 69 points. Eli Hinton has 71. Terry Silvers will be coming in tonight in sixth with 67 points. Jordan Ashland in the seventh spot in points with 57. Justin Roden in eighth with 56 points. Jeremiah Vincent, who we interviewed earlier, is coming in tonight in points with 55 in the ninth spot. And John Roden will round out the top 10 in points with 51 points, folks. But this season is by far done for these guys. I mean, they've got a lot of races ahead of them, and I believe next week they are at Kansas. But unfortunately, it will not be broadcasted by Max Speed or by me on MaxSpeedTV. I will get with the owners and to figure out if they're going to get that one on the air. I have prior commitments that I have to do with MaxSpeedTV, but hopefully that race turns out great. Of course, we will be back the following week with these guys, and I believe they will be at Iowa for 110 laps of Iowa. Not really a short track, but it is a short track in a sense. It's a lot smaller than the other ones. The other mile and a half. So, a short track. I mean, it makes for some pretty good racing. You see Alec Martinez there getting a little loose and getting a little squirrely, but that would be the number 18. And, you know, these guys have been putting on a show, so... Oh, wife. Okay. Okay, it's the wife. All right. Eli Bailey Turner can't make it in today. Oh, man, that's going to hurt him in the points, unfortunately. But, man, that is a tough break. We will take the driver's box in there as they are in a driver's meeting currently, folks. So, don't go anywhere. We will go on to the scenic view here real quick. And, we will see exactly what's going on. I have Andrew Tugendhoff here in the booth with me. Andrew, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we're having some technical issues, so we are going to have to restart servers. So it may take approximately 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, man, having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we made a mistake with the driver. Should be restarted in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Alrighty, folks. Well, if you guys can hang on, we will go ahead and stop the OBS stream here real quick. I won't stop it on YouTube. It will still be going, but we will get everything sorted out and get it straightened up, as Andrew did come in here and let us know. So, Andrew, I do appreciate that. And, man, I had technical difficulties myself at the beginning. So we know and understand. So hang tight, folks. We will be back live here momentarily. It'll take, like Andrew said, about 5 or 10 minutes. So please, guys, be patient. Alrighty, folks, we are back live here with the Southern Spoon Cup Series. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. Some server issues going on. Of course, we had our own over here in the booth. But we are back live here with the with VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series, and right now looks like I believe his name is Andrew Payne has grabbed the pole in that number 93 machine. Well, Chris Garrett has now just took it away from him as the times are continuing to come in. Terry Silvers has grabbed the pole as well. So, yeah, we are back on, folks. And we are good. Nice to see everybody coming in. Jimmy Johnson, 7-time 23. Glad to have you in the chat here. It's going to be a fun race. Like we said, sorry about the difficulties here. This is a 2.66 mile track super speedway. They're running about 55% tape from what I understand and what I've heard. Track temp is around the 98-degree mark, so it might be a little slick. But these guys are going to be drafting, so it shouldn't be too bad for them. Pit window is going to be about 26 laps. Now, remember, the stage ends on lap 40, folks. So, it's going to be a minimum of 2 pit stops no matter what. But you will probably see some guys come in and pit around 3 pit stops, roughly somewhere around in there. But you can make it on 2 pit stops, folks. You really can. But I imagine you're going to see some of these guys probably come in. And we got about 10 seconds to go here in qualifying. Of course, we will get them on the grid, and then we will be ready to go here tonight for the Southern Spoon Cup Series. This is the VRL at Talladega.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Alrighty, folks. That will do it looks like, for qualifying. As we get them on the grid here, it looks like the number 42 of Zach Nichols will grab the pole here with a time of 50.748. Congratulations to Zach for grabbing the pole here. Terry Silvers will be starting on the outside of him in that number 2 spot. We'll see if we can get on Terry here. Alrighty. Chris Garrett will be starting in the 3rd spot. Steve Turner will be starting in 4th. Andrew Payne in 5th. Jeremiah Vincent will be starting in the 6th spot. Robert Roche will be starting 7th. Robert, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Justin Roden will be starting in the 8th spot here. Mark Emerson in 9th. And Reggie Ortega will be rounding out the 10th spot here. Jeremy Watkins in 11th. Brian Chambliss in 12th. Kenny Sawyer in 13th. Andrew Telgenhoff in 14th. Chris Stouffer in 15th, Eric Hutton in 16th, Eli Hinton in 17th, Jordan Ashland in 18th, Andrew Schmier in 19th, Alec Martinez will start in the 20th spot. Tanner Webb will be starting 21st, William Troy 22nd, and that will round out the field here tonight, folks. Of course, real quick, we want to give a shout out to the sponsors here. Tim Speed Shop, Elite 7 Racing, HomeNet Hosting, Ohio IndyCar League, and of course, Walt's Beard. Walt's Beard is the sponsor for the grid under the circumstances of the issues we were having.
Caution somewhere, caution.
It was that we wasn't able to give a shout out to them, but a big shout out to those sponsors as well. Of course, shout out to the Ohio IndyCar League, who's not only a sponsor, but they are a league I will be covering actually next Saturday night, April 14th, folks. They will be racing the IR-18 here. They will be actually, I believe they will be at Kansas next week as well. For the Money on the Line series, if you are interested in joining. It was only open at one time to the Ohio area people, but I did talk to Doug Kennedy tonight. He has opened it up to anybody who wants to join the league. There is a fee, but if you would want to get into contact with Doug Kennedy over at the Ohio IndyCar League, please send him a Facebook message on Facebook at Ohio IndyCar League or Doug Kennedy, whichever one, and ask him about it. Of course, if you want to, you can actually also send me a message, and I will get into contact with him as well with your name and everything. But big shout out to them for not only coming on board as a sponsor, but a league that I will be covering. Yes, sir, folks. We are about to get ready here as these guys are making their way around turn number 3. Now the line here is past the start-finish line is at the end of pit road, actually at the exit for the left. So they will have to come through the tri-oval here before they get the green flag. But pace car will be diving off here momentarily, and we will get this thing underway. Keys to victory, of course, is to dodge potential accidents that could happen here. We all know the big one could happen at any time. Of course, pit strategies will all play into a factor throughout the race. Pace lap is down in the books. Pace car dives in, folks. Get ready because we are about to get underway here for the VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series at Talladega. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go Super Speedway racing, boys. Guys get all aligned out here. We will turn up the volume on these guys just a little bit, and it looks like one of them blinked out just a little bit there as the number, it looks like the 23 of Terry Silvers has taken over point here. Unfortunately, he is on the outside of the number 57 of Chris Garrett here. They are still 2x2 nose to tail here, folks. They have not gained any inches on anybody and not gaining spots. You know, it's really hard to pass. You really got to get a lot of cars out there on that high line to get that high line moving. But you will see as they cross the line, the number 57 of Chris Garrett will lead that first lap. Of course, Terry Silvers on the outside of him very, very closely. He's got the 26 of Steve Turner behind him, pushing him. They're not getting too close, folks. We just really don't want to get into trouble early. There are no resets here. So you get it fixed, you will get it fixed on pit road. You have to sit there. There are 3 wide back here in between. It looks like the 30, 57, and 83 there. 83 of Jeremiah Vincent on that outside, folks. As we look at the inside here, it looks like the 57 of Chris Garrett right in the center of things. And Terry Silver still out front, is out front now. We got the 26 Steve Turner still behind him. No 3 wide back here yet again, folks. Some good hard racing still, as these guys are continuing to get lined out and having a good time attitude of racing so far. Hope everybody is enjoying the stream so far. I hope it does look good, folks. I don't know why it did that, but it did. So we will go back on to that camera view. And yes, I do have a crank it up cam here. So we'll be doing some crank it up here tonight as well. So it should be a fun and interesting race. Of course, we would like to take this time, of course, we did give a shout out to the sponsors out there. Just another shout out to them: Stem Speed Shop, Elite 7 Racing, HomeNet Hosting, Ohio IndyCar League, and Walker Beer Company. Big shout out to you guys again as well. We do appreciate all the sponsors here. And of course, a shout out to all the leagues and the fans of MaxSpeedTV. Without you guys, without the leagues, without the fans, we could not do this. So a big, huge thank you to you guys as well. Of course, it looks like Zach Nichols has taken his car behind the wall already. But out front, we still have Terry Silvers up front, folks. He has led 2 laps. If he'll cross the line, he'll lead his 3rd lap. And look how close the 26 of Steve Turner is on the bumper of the 23 of Terry Silvers of Rob Roche. I hope I said his name right. We'll do Robert, the number 30 machine up there in the third spot. Has found him. He's running pretty comfortably up here, folks. Chris Garrett in the number 57 machine running comfortably in a fourth. Andrew Payne in that number 93 machine is back here in the fifth spot. He's got the 17 of Reggie Ortega. He started 10th, and he's already up here into the seventh spot. He's battling the number 22 of Mark Emerson onto the outside right now. As they're 2x2 back here. Looks like Jeremiah Vincent in that number 83 back here on the outside of the 22. Giving Mark Emerson a push as well. Two cars versus it looks like you have a load of cars down there on the bottom from the 23 all the way back to, it looks like, oh man, it's there's a big lot of cars down there on the low side. The 22 and the 83 are going to have to work together. They're going to have to get more cars on that high side in order for them to get the push needed for them to get around. But you see, it looks like the number 22 did get a good run on that outside. Has pushed himself all the way up right next to the 26 of Steve Turner. That side draft, folks, will play a huge factor here as well. You get close to that car next to you, get that side draft off of them, it will give you a run needed. You don't want to get too close to them, though, because we know how awesome netcode can be. You get too close to them, and netcode can cause an accident, unfortunately. iRacing has been doing some work to try to get that netcode limited, but it does still happen as it's, well, the internet. So there's only so much that I know they can do. But we are still green flag here for, we'll be green flag racing here for about 8 laps so far. These guys are doing a fantastic job so far, keeping it clean, but they are still racing hard. Enjoying the stream here tonight, folks. And if it's your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, you can hit that donate button and donate to MaxSpeedTV if you want to. That's totally up to you guys. And if you want to become a sponsor to MaxSpeedTV, be sure to hit that sponsor button. For only $4.99 a month, you can become an official sponsor and get the MSTV logo by your name. You are talking in chat, everybody will know that you are an official MaxSpeed sponsor. We do appreciate all the support, and it is very, very much appreciated. Like I said earlier, without you guys, it would be very, very difficult to do this. So it is going to be a fun, race here tonight. Of course, you guys watching to make it even better. These guys put on a heck of a show. Pretty much every week. I know they were complaining a little bit about last race. Had more cautions than they wanted, but on a track like that, at New Hampshire, it really does. But back here tonight, it looks like the 22 of Mark Emerson on that outside, looking to take point away from the 23 of Terry Silvers here. Can the 22 lead his first lap of the race, or will the 23 of Terry Silvers steal it from him? Looks like this top line is starting to go. The 22, 83, the 93 of Andrew Payne all up on that outside. They come across the line here. Looks like Terry Silvers will lead that lap, but not by much, folks. Wow, that was a really, really close. These guys out back here get spread out just a little bit. They are 3 wide back here with the number 69 of John Rose, or they was. Now we go back where they're three wide. Chris Stouffer back here in that number 7 machine. On that low side was 3 wide with the 21 there. The 21 bring up Brian Chambers. So, now they got it all straightened out. They are 2x2 again. It looks like from the number 22 of Mark Emerson and the 17 of Reggie Ortega now battling out yet again. But Terry Silver, since he's got up here, he has not looked back, but now has led 9 laps here tonight. And they are coming to a lap. They will be coming to lap number 12 here. The only other person that has led a lap here tonight is Chris Garrett. He got that all-valuable bonus point out of the way, and he moves back into the field. He is currently running in the 9th spot. He started a 3rd, so he grabbed the bonus point and has let off just a little bit in that 57 machine. So it is some fun racing already, folks. But early predictions, beware randoms, I really don't know, but if I would have to say anything, well, I really can't because I don't know. Talladega being a super speedway, it is really anybody's race. We know how, just the slightest mistake can upset everybody. And they had, it looks like 20 vehicles, 20 cup cars that started the race. Zach Nichols unfortunately took it behind the wall on lap number 1. I don't even think he even finished a lap. Unfortunate break for Zach. So right now there's 19 cars out here. And Drew Smear back here all by himself in that 38 machine. We will give y'all some information here as these guys are still battling up the front. They had a race before this in the Truck Series. The top 3 from the Truck Series race advanced here tonight in the Truck Series. So, but while we were talking, Mark Emerson did lead his 2nd lap there. So Mark Emerson does have a bonus point and another lap in the book here. So the top 3 from the Truck Series race that advanced is Andrew Spear, Ryan Chambliss, who we have mentioned earlier, and William Troy. But those 3 actually advanced from the Truck Series just a little bit ago to this race here tonight. So they are in the race here. But Mark Emerson now has fell back, it looks like, to the 3rd spot with that 26 of Steve Turner still right behind the 23 of Terry Silvers. Terry still leading point here, has now led 10 laps here tonight. So three guys have led laps here. Terry Silvers, Mark Emerson, as they go around the number 38 of Andrew Schmier. He will go another lap down. And Will Andrew in the 57 of, let me see if I can find the 57 of Chris Garrett. Got really, really close there, but good job knowing where everybody's at as that number 38 machine of Andrew will fall in line behind the number 83 of Jeremiah Vincent. So these guys are still pretty much bumper to bumper here. They are coming on lap 15 when they cross the line. Will be on lap 16, coming to lap 16 here after about 2.5 miles. Like I said, folks, this is a big track. This is why I like super speedways, because they're pretty much all right here together. They're in a pack, but see, now we've got 2 packs. We've got Terry Silvers up here going to be fighting it with Mark Emerson on the outside, and then back in the field a little ways. We still like to find who is leading this 2nd pack here. Eric Hutton in that number 88 machine leading his 2nd pack of 5 cars. He's got the 13 of Eli Hinton right here, Alec Martinez, Tanner Webb back here as well. It looks like William Troy is back here with these guys as well. So pretty much 2 packs of vehicles together now. I know these guys know it's a long race. They are just wanting to finish, I am sure. But, well, folks, I bet it's time we do a little bit of crank it up here tonight. I know we are a little bit early, but they are running clean. So, turn it up, folks. We're going to do a little bit of crank it up. Alrighty, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed the Crank It Up. I turned it up as loud as I can go so y'all can hear it, but we do have Terry Silver still out front on point. And that 22 machine of Mark Emerson is not giving up on that outside. He now has, it looks like, the number 30 of Robert Roche there. Going to be giving him a push, and then the number 93 of Andrew Payne right up behind the 30. But the 23 of Terry Silvers is still on point. Of course, they're going to have to pit here probably within the next, I would say, 6 to 7 laps here, folks. 26 laps about on fuel, about the pit window there. So I'm sure you will see some of these guys out here going to be diving the pit road with their teammates, I am sure. And they will be getting the fuel and the tires as well. The tire wear not going to be a huge factor, but it will play into effect. So it was going to be interesting to see how these guys come into pit road. If they're 2x2, they're not going to be doing much of coming into pit road here. But from what I understand, about 26 laps on fuel. So here in about 6 laps, folks, will be around the fuel window. Of course, lap number 40 will end the stage here. So we will have to see exactly what these guys do. I'm sure, you know, if it goes to 26, 27 laps, of course, everybody will, I'm sure, have pitted or will be coming into pit road. But now will be the time to actually think about what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. Who can you come in with and when you can come in with as Terry Silvers and these guys cross the line. Terry will lead his 17th lap here tonight, folks. 75 laps are going to be pulling here tonight, and they're 3 wide back here. It looks like the number, who was that? There was a person in the middle there. Can't catch the number on him, but they're still 3 wide. The 93 of Andrew Payne right back here. Oh, and they're 4 wide. Here we go, folks. They're bumping in and banging. Who is that into the wall? We've got somebody into the wall back here. I am not sure entirely who that was. It looks like the number 72. That would be Kenny Sawyer was into the wall. He does have significant damage to the rear end of that machine. And I'm sure he does have the stripe, as if they were racing at Darlington, it would be called the Darlington stripe. But he does have the some damage on that, the Talladega stripe, as I'll call it. And it looks like somebody back here has some heavy damage. I'm not sure who that is. Let me see if I can find who that is. That is Brian Chambliss there, and that may be a glitch. That may, because I'm not sure, but looks like to me he's got some heavy damage on that 21 machine. So we'll have to watch it and see what happened to Brian there. But back up front, we have still up here Terry Silvers, and before they go into pit road, folks, we will go down through the top 10 here real quick. Terry Silver's on point with the 26. Steve Turner behind him in second. Jeremiah Vincent now up here in the 3rd spot. Robert in the number 30 will be in 4th. Mark Emerson in 5th. Chris Garrett in 6th. Chris Stouffer in 7th. Justin Roden in 8th. Andrew Payne in 9th. And Reggie Ortega in that number 17 machine. It will round out your top 10 here tonight, folks, so far, as they continue to make their way around the track here. Now they're going to be, I am sure, wondering when they're going to pit. I'm wondering when they're going to pit here tonight, folks. And I did it again. I kept the cranking up thing on there. That is my fault. I keep forgetting to take that off. One of those little incidents that I'm sure we all do. But hey, Jeremiah Vincent has led a lap, got the bonus point. Congratulations to these guys for getting the bonus points here at Talladega, because man, it's rough just leading, as Jeremiah Vincent will come around the track here. Going to lead the point here and probably lead his second lap if Robert can't get around him. But Robert has also led a lap, so a bonus point for him as well. Terry Silvers has led 18 laps so far. Steve Turner has yet to lead a lap, but he's still up here in contention to lead a lap as well. Chris Garrett has led a lap. Mark Emerson has led 2 laps. So these top 6 guys, other than Steve Turner, has led a lap. So now we're going to see exactly who's going to come to pit road here. Will be under green flag conditions if a caution doesn't come out. We have been caution free here so far for 0 caution laps because, well, we've been caution free. So we have had 6 lead changes. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Pit stops are starting. It looks like Mark Emerson and the number 26 of Steve Turner coming down pit road. The number 23 of Terry Silver is going to be coming down pit road as well. So a lot of these guys are stopping. Justin Roden, Reggie Ortega as well. But these other guys up front here have elected not to stop. So pit stops are starting to fall here, folks. Looks like Terry Silver, Steve Turner, Justin Roden, Mark Emerson, Reggie Ortega all on a pit road here. It looks like they are going to be coming off a pit road. So is Andrew Schmier as well in that number 38 Tide Machine. Also elected to come down pit road. So these guys are coming off pit road. Now the leaders are coming in. Robert coming down a pit road as well. Chris Garrett, Jeremiah Vincent, William Troy. These 4 also coming down pit road. And that will give the lead up to, it looks like, Andrew Payne and Eric Hutton here as well. Eric Hutton going to take on point in that 88 machine. He's got the 13 of Eli Hinton behind him. Eli drops it in front of the number 93 of Andrew Payne here. So it looks like we will have a new leader here. If he crosses the line, he'll, of course, lead a lap here. Get that bonus point out of the way. Andrew Payne has led a lap, so he does have that bonus point. And Eric Hutton and Eli Hinton, currently running 1-2, is looking to lead the lap as well. As these guys are coming around the turn 4 here, there will be, looks like coming into pit road here. They're going to get it woed down, folks. Going to have to get it woed down quickly so you don't get caught speeding. I believe pit road speed is 60 or 65 miles an hour. You definitely don't want to get caught speeding here, as we do have still somebody sitting on a pit road. So now it's going to be a shot here to see who makes it around the track here. Terry Silvers and the number 26 of Steve Turner are going to be making their way around the track. Can they make the pass on these guys who have pitted to take over point? It remains to be seen, but I do believe they will, because they won't be up to full speed by the time these guys get around the track. As Terry Silvers in the 26 machine here make their way going on high on the low side here. A lot of room given. So yes, they will be taking over point yet again. And now Eli Hinton, Eric Hutton, Alec Martinez, they are, it looks like 3, 4, and 5 are going to pick up speed here really quick. Them 3 guys working together to get speed. Chris Garrett back here in that 57 machine currently right now, pushing the daylights out of the 17 of Reggie Ortega, who's currently a lap down. So, you know, but the 17 ain't giving up Reggie Ortega. He is still back here fighting. Chris Stouffer in that number 7 machine, pushing the daylights out of the 38 machine of Andrew Schmier there. So these guys that are a couple of laps down or a lap down, you know, they're not giving up, and that's what you don't want to give up, folks, because this is Talladega, and you know, you need somebody to work with, and you need the draft. So Steve Turner and Terry Silvers are 1-2 here. They don't have a very big lead. that I can see, we will go on the back of Steve Turner here and go to a, well, that's a rear chase view. That's a chase view. I really don't like that rear chase view there. We're going to have to fix that here later on. I don't like that view. Well, we will go to the fan view here, and we were on Steve Turner here in second, that 26 machine, as they make their way to the backstretch. And as you can see, the gap between Steve Turner and Eli Hinton, who's right back here, it may look like a big gap, but the draft itself is going to play a factor here tonight, folks. So that is the key, is to stay in the draft and always work together with somebody. They are on lap 30. They will be coming to lap 31 here momentarily, as they are on the long tri-oval here. Terry Silvers and Steve Turner. They will cross the line and be on lap 31, lap 32, and of course lap 40, folks. That's the that will end the stage, and then we will get the winner down here of the stage and interview them. Of course, we don't know who that's gonna be. We cannot make an early guess on that one, as they got about 9 laps left before the stage does end. But there is now about a 1.8 second gap between Steve Turner and Eli Hinton. Eli Hinton has got help behind him. He is gaining ground, as there's a whole pack of cars back behind Eli Hinton. The number 88 of Eric Hutton, Alec Martinez, Christopher back here as well. And then you have a couple of the lap cars up here as well. So you got Chris Garrett, who is on the lead lap in the number 57 machine, up here working. The number 38 of Andrew Schmier. He is a couple of laps down, but he's still up here fighting. Excuse me, folks. He is up here trying to catch these two guys that are up here. They had a pretty good gap between this second pack here, this big pack, but with the amount of cars back here, Eli Hinton has closed the gap now to about a second behind Steve Turner. And I am sure Steve Turner and Terry Silvers knows these guys are coming, and they're coming with some steam here. About 190-something miles an hour. They're going to be, they're close to 200 as we go back here to Eli Hinton, who is in that 13 machine there. 195 miles an hour around the corner as he comes out of the corner onto the backstretch. Does have help behind him. He will hit the 200 mark there, 201, 202 as they go into turn number 3. Has now about a half a second gap behind Steve Turner. So he is in the drafting point there with these guys, and it's still a long race. Julian Lozano Vlogs, glad to have you in chat. Yeah, it's Talladega, some super speedway racing. We are here with the Virtual Racing League, the Southern Spoon Cup Series, here on MaxSpeedTV at Talladega. For 75 laps, as you guys can see up at the top. Of course, Terry Silvers now has a whole bunch of company. Eli Hinton on the outside of him. Steve Turner still behind him on his bumper. Eric Hutton back here as well. It did not take but a couple of laps here for these guys to catch him. Eli Hinton has led a lap, folks, so he has got the bonus point, but he is wanting to lead more laps as Terry Silvers has pretty much dominated since he's got up here. And knock on wood, let's hope nothing happens, because as you can see, these guys are getting awfully close to each other. That's grabbing the side draft off these guys. So it is a side drafting. Drafting, getting that nose on the bumper of that car in front of you, giving them a little shove, getting that run off there to them, you know, getting as far out there as possible, folks. I'm getting tongue-tied here. So Yeah, Nightbot, help us out by hitting the sponsor button down below. Like I said, folks, the sponsor button. You can become an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. Like I said, we appreciate all the support and all of the support, the donations, the sponsors, not only from the sponsors that we have, but the individual people who do sponsor MaxSpeedTV, and of course the leagues and the fans. You guys, without the leagues and the fans, this, like I said, would not be possible. So from the MaxSpeedTV team, from the moderators, to the broadcasters, to the co-commentators, just to everybody that is a part of MaxSpeedTV, fans or whatnot, we appreciate the fans, and I'm sure the fans appreciate the fans. So we do appreciate it very, very much. But Terry Silver is going to be coming to lead his 27th lap here as he crosses the line here. Steve Turner back here running in the second spot here. Alec Martinez now up to third. Started 20th, so I would say Alec probably going to be the biggest mover here so far. Chris Stouffer running in the fourth spot. Chris Garrett in fifth. Looks like Mark Emerson will be currently running in the sixth as they get Jocelyn back here. Way back here. Looks like the 22 of Mark Emerson still on that outside line here. They cross the line here at lap 30, coming on lap 38. With 2 more laps to go. And then, of course, that will be the end of stage 1. There's only one stage. That will end at lap 40. So after lap of 40, then that will be the end of the stage. And then once they go green, folks, it's just racing until the end of until the end of the checker flag wave. So, of course, they have been very, very clean here tonight, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of bumping and banging here. Of course, it's not the end of the race yet, folks, and they know it. They're just trying to save their car and hope for the best at the end. But yeah, the biggest mover would probably Alec Martinez, it looks like, up here currently running in the third spot here, and doing a good job of holding it strong here. Yeah, the pack did catch the 23 and the 26. Yeah, they are right there. They caught them a few laps ago. And as we stay on the front pack here, well, Michelle, nice to see you in a chat. Have guests for a dinner. Alrighty, well, glad that you stopped by. Have a good time out there. And as they come to lap 40 here, folks, I do believe they'll go around one more time, and then that will, of course, end the stage. But we'll see. Nope, there's the caution. That will end the stage, folks. And it looks like Terry Silvers will come home with, come in with the stage win. Mark Emerson in the second spot. These guys will catch up to the pace car. And then we will get Terry Silvers down here and talk to him about the stage win here. So stay tuned, folks, as these guys are still trying to catch the pace car. It's a long, long track for these guys as they continue to try to get to that dadgum pace car. Dadgummit. Yeah, that 23 of Terry Silvers does have a fast car. And, he's got a great pusher behind him, too, of Steve Turner. So, we will give it a minute, folks, and see if these guys decide to come down pit road or if they're going to wait. We got plenty of time to interview these guys, or at least Terry Silvers, who did grab the stage victory. And, of course, if he doesn't come down pit road, we will grab him and bring him in the booth here and congratulate him on his stage win. So, stay tuned, folks. Please don't go anywhere. Well, all right, it looks like Terry is not going to come down pit road, so we will bring Terry Silvers down here to give him an interview. Terry Silvers, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. 4x4 or 5x5, whatever.
Well, congratulations on the stage victory, man. You come into tonight, currently back here running, looks like in the 6th in points, so the stage win is going to help you.
Yeah, I was hoping to win most laps led, too. I'm trying to get that. I almost had the pole there, but I just got beat out.
Well, you have currently right now 32 laps led, so you have a fast car, but you also have a very good pusher behind you in that 26.
Yes, I've got a fast buddy too, Steve Turner. Team Stream is up here, currently pushing the crap out of everybody. This is awesome. My nerves are shot, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and you know, I was sitting here watching up here in the booth, and you had about a 2-second gap, you know, after pit stops, of course. And buddy Eli Hinton and those guys back here just caught y'all in a couple of laps. It was just y'all two. Eli Hinton had about 9 cars with him, so...
Yeah, we were worried that they were going to come fly by us. We had a lap car coming, which I think made Eli and that group a little nervous. The lap car went high and kind of broke up their pack, which slowed them down, and we were able to stay in front of them.
Yeah, y'all did stay in front of them, and of course you still up here on point. You got your buddy back here, Steve Turner. But hey, this race ain't over, Terry, and you know it. I mean, it's going to be a fight to the finish.
Just to add some drama to it, we can get about 24 or 26 laps per tank. And the guys who just pit, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it all the way through. They are going to have to stop twice. I think we're going to have to stop just once. So that might be something you can let your viewers know.
Well, they can hear you, Terry. Terry, the Vibe Silver's up here leading the point here so far with 32 laps led, but I'm sure you're a nervous wreck right now.
I am nervous. Oh my God.
Well, all right, Terry, man, we will let you get back to it, bud, and you know, good luck down there, and you know, just hope for the best, really.
All right, thank you much, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Terry. Gotta figure out what...
Team Stream.
Oh. There we go. I found it. Well, all right. Well, we are going to, let's see here. They're going to go around probably another time here. We're going to see if we can get a quick interview in here again. Steve Turner, do you got a copy?
Yeah, yes I do. How's it going, buddy?
Well, it is going good, man. I wanted to interview you. You know, you got 1-2 right here. You've got your buddy up there, Terry Silvers, and of course you were, running back here in the second spot, pushing the daylights out of him, man. Do you have what it takes to push him to the win, or maybe you get the win and keep everybody behind you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The way the draft is, it's real hard to step out and get a run. So if I can stay behind him, push him to win, I'll be happy. If I can get out and get a run, I'll try and get around him, because kind of did it to me at Daytona earlier this year. But as long as we get a Team Stream win, that's all I care about here tonight.
I'm sure it is. Well, I mean, I know this is a long, grueling pace lap here. I'm sure y'all will get the one to go here momentarily when y'all cross the line. So, do you have any any thoughts about about this race? It is a super speedway, but it's a long super speedway.
Yeah, the race so far, I'm not gonna lie, it's been terrifying. I've been up here white knuckle driving, checking oil temps because we're borderline blowing the motor because of the way the setups are tonight. But it's making for some good racing, getting some good runs up on the outside, so it's not just single file racing. But hopefully we can finish this out and get a top 5 or a win.
All right, Steve, man, we will let you get back to it, and good luck, bud.
All right, thank you.
Oh, all righty, folks. Well, I guess we will try to get another one down here.
For some reason.
Eli Hinton, this is Joshua Booth, man. Got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Well, Eli, man, tell me about that green flag pit stop there, bud. You were about you and your pack that you had with you was about 2 seconds behind. And within a couple of laps, man, y'all really caught up to them. Talk about the racing down there and kind of what the setup's like. I'm hearing some mixed emotions.
Well, first off, the setup's pretty tight. But our plan wasn't really to go for it. We were just going to run in the back and then pit on lap 38 right before the stage and try to be in front. But after we pitted, we kind of I could have won that stage, but we just stayed up front instead of pitting because we already had the track position.
Well, Eli, man, you will be starting, it looks like, in the 5th spot here. So y'all are getting, 6th spot, okay. Yeah, it hasn't updated yet. So, there we go, 6th spot here. So y'all are getting 2x2 here, Eli, and it's still a long race ahead of you guys. So, good luck, bud.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, folks. Well, they are going to get 2x2 here. Terry Silver is still going to lead them on point here. He's got the 23 of Terry Silver is going to lead them on point here. It looks like Steve Turner in that 26 is going to be starting on the outside of him. Mark Emerson will be starting, it looks like, in that number 22 machine in the 4th spot. The 69 of Justin Roden will be starting 3rd. And let's see, Eli Hinton will be starting in 6th. And then 5th will be Chris Stouffer. So as soon as these guys kind of get lined up here, of course, this will all update, and we'll know exactly kind of where everybody's starting. On this restart, coming to lap 45, folks, they will get the green flag on lap 45. The caution was not a wreck; it was the end of the stage. So no cautions here, other than the end of the stage caution. That's it. Well, alrighty, folks, buckle up because it's still a long race. It'll be on lap 45. It'll be about 30 laps left in this race. Pace car dives off. Terry Silver's in that 23 machine. Gonna hold him back. He's got his buddy Steve Turner on the outside of him. He's going to have to get a good start here to see exactly where they go. It looks like the 23 is going to get a start, and that number 26 automatically dove it low behind the 23, and that will push the 69 of Justin Roden in 3rd. But here comes Mark Emerson in that 22 machine on the outside. Doesn't have the help needed. He will drop it right behind the 69 machine of Justin Roden. So single file here, as they are all pretty much a single file. The number 18 of Alan Martinez back here, going to be pushing the 88 of Eric Hutton. So single file for the most part here. These guys got a fantastic restart. It is they're going to make for some great racing. 30 laps to go. Now we will go through the top 10 in points here again real quick for everybody who missed it. Bailey Turner got the win last week. He is currently in the first in the points. Eric Hutton in 2nd. Raul Martinez in 3rd. Eli Hinton in 4th. Mark Emerson will be in 5th. Terry Silvers, who won the stage here tonight, currently in 6th in the points. Gordon Ashland in 7th, Justin Roden in 8th, Jeremiah Vincent in 9th, and John Roden currently in the 10th spot here tonight in the point. John Roden currently running, well, Justin Roden rather is currently running right now, currently in the 3rd spot in the 69. So one I am not seeing am not seeing John here tonight. That's the one I'm not seeing. And I'm not seeing, looks like, Bailey Turner either. Yeah, I was told in chat that Bailey Turner probably wasn't going to be here, but now Steve Turner has a company here. Terry Silver's in that 23 machine still on point. Steve Turner in the second spot. Still the 69 of Justin Roden right here. Mark Emerson is in the fourth spot in that 22 machine. Chris Stouffer in the fifth spot, and Eli Hinton currently running in the sixth spot. Eric Hutton in seventh, Alec Martinez in eighth, Jeremy Watkins in ninth, and Chris Garrett will round out your top 10 so far here tonight, folks. Well, folks, since they are pretty much a single file here, and I know we have already done this once here tonight, but get ready. We're going to do a little crank it up. Alrighty, folks, we are back here with these guys. Currently, right now, Terry Silver still on point here. Currently has led a 41 laps here, so he has led a lot of laps here tonight. But the most important lap he wants to lead, I am sure, is that a final lap. He does have the stage win, so you know, he's already got the stage win out of the way. He does have currently the bonus point for the leading the lap. And, of course, if he can get the win, he will get the points there. And, of course, if he can continue to lead the laps, he will get the most laps led as well. And right now it's set at 41, and I do not believe it can be beat. Doing the math in my head, I do not believe it can be beat, folks. I believe Terry Silvers will walk away with the most laps led here tonight, currently with 42. So, yeah, it's been some fantastic racing here as we go to a closer view of these guys as they make their way around 3 and 4. It is a fun race. Love to crank it up. Here they go, folks. They're coming down pit road here. Terry Silver's coming down pit road. It looks like Steve Turner as well, yes. And Justin Roden as well going to come down pit road to get the fuel and the tires as well. Is there anybody going to take just 2 tires, or will they take all 4? And it looks like the left sides of the number 69 machine are going on right now. And we'll determine if they take the 4 tires. And Justin did not take 4 tires there. I'm not sure who did what, but Justin did not take 4 tires. And Mark Emerson now on point here as they come around the tri-oval here, the long tri-oval here at Talladega, as the start-finish line is right there at the end of pit road. Mark Emerson will cross the line there to lead his 4th lap here tonight. The green flag pit stops are going to be coming into play here yet again. As you see, the number 23 of Terry Silvers lead the charge down pit road, tearing them back out on the track here. The number 23 machine, the number 26 of Steve Turner, and it looks like Justin Roden out here as well. So these guys have made their final pit stops, and it's going to be interesting to see who now will come down pit road here momentarily and get their final stop out of the way. Michelle, I am so glad you enjoyed the Crank It Up. I do too. Some of these camera angles I'm not too fond of, but hey, it works, and I'm not really going to complain. As long as I get the broadcast and get a show for everybody out there, I am just happy as can be. So hopefully everybody is enjoying the race here tonight. Hopefully we have some newcomers out there in chat. Nathaniel Vlogs. I believe this is my first time seeing you in chat, but thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you are enjoying the race here tonight. Hopefully the stream looks good as well, folks. We had some technical difficulties earlier, not only with OBS stream, but with the server as well. But we got that lined out. Now there's 20 laps to go here tonight for the Southern Spoon Cup Series. This is VRL, being brought to you by MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, I am back here, and my dog started barking, so I kind of wanted to be quiet while they barked because they're high-pitched noises and everything. But you know, I tried to do my best to keep their barking off the stream, since I know everybody wants to enjoy the race. So I do my best to try to keep them barking on the stream, but you know, I can only do so much. But Mark Emerson still up on point here, and now has led 8 laps. When he crosses the line, of course, it will be 9. We're going to go back here and check on Terry Silvers, currently running right here in the 11th spot with Steve Turner and Justin Roden. Of course, Mark Emerson right there with them. Going to catch them here momentarily, as Mark Emerson has a pack of cars with him, and Eli Hinton, number 18 of Alec Martinez, Chris Stouffer in that number 7 machine, and Eric Hutton right back here in the 88, right with these guys as well. And they are not too far behind this them three actually, Terry Silvers, because there's Terry, there's Steve, there's Justin, and there's Mark Emerson right there. Now remember, these three up here have already pitted. So Mark Emerson and Eli Hinton and these guys will probably have to pit. I am sure they will have to pit, as fuel is in between 24 and 26 laps. So it'll be shocking to see when they pit or if they try to push it, and I don't believe they can make it. But then again, folks, I could be wrong. They may be doing what they can to save, but I don't know if they can save that many laps. Julian, we sure do appreciate the subscription. We sure do appreciate all the support here at MaxSpeedTV. We stream pretty much 7 days a week, folks. I believe most of us, or if not all of us, are off on Friday nights. So we do at least get 1 day off here at MaxSpeedTV. But of course, we are open, for other broadcasts if we need them. We would do them if it's the right broadcast or the right, right races or whatnot. But right now, we currently don't broadcast, I don't believe, on Friday nights. So most of us are off on Fridays. But you can catch us pretty much 7 days a week. Well, really, 7 days a week doing something. 6 days a week, we're probably broadcasting leagues on here for iRacing on YouTube. Friday, you could probably catch us streaming other stuff. It just depends on how everybody feels on a Friday night. But with here tonight, Mark Emerson now looking to the outside of the 23 of Terry Silvers, looking to put him a lap down. He's put the 26 of Steve Turner a lap down and Justin Roden. But I don't think the 22 of Mark Emerson and these guys can make it. No, Julian, this is not a random live stream. This is an actual broadcast with the Southern Spoon Cup Series, VRL, on Saturday nights at 9:15. I go live at 9:10 Central Time, so that's 10:10 Eastern. Sometimes I go live a little bit early. So it really depends on if I've got everything together or not, what time I go live. But 9:10 Central Time is when I go live with these guys with VRL on Saturday nights. Of course, in 2 weeks, I will be back with these guys. We will be at Iowa. Unfortunately, I will not be covering the race next week for these guys, as I do have prior commitments that I do have to do. Next week does start the Ohio IndyCar League, and the reason I mention them is because they are a sponsor of MaxSpeedTV as well. So not only do they sponsor MaxSpeedTV, but it is a league I will start to cover next week. They race one race a month, the Ohio IndyCar League, which they will be next week at Kansas for 120 laps in the IR 18. So if you are interested in joining the Ohio IndyCar League, please hit them up on Facebook or on iRacing and join the league here. And I'm sure these guys wouldn't mind having you as well. But I know with the Ohio IndyCar League, Doug Kennedy has opened it up to anybody who wants to join now. So anybody, not just from Ohio, but anybody, you can join that league as well. But 12 laps to go here, folks, and Mark Emerson still up front here. Now has dropped it. He has dropped it now in front of the 23 of Terry Silvers here. Terry Silvers running currently in the 11th spot. The 13 of Eli Hinton running back here in the second spot. So now pit strategy has really come into a factor here. So now they are on 11 laps to go, and man, that 22 machine of Mark Emerson is pushing it here tonight. Has now led a 15 laps. He'll cross the line and lead his 16th lap here tonight. And I'm sure there's a lot of things going into a lot of people's minds right now, as there's only 10 laps to go. So what's it gonna take here tonight, folks? Look at the 23 getting a little on that low side there, below that yellow line here at Talladega. That would be Terry Silvers in that 23 machine, and he was followed down there by the 26 of Steve Turner and, of course, Justin Roden here. These three guys pitted together. Mark Emerson, Eli Hinton, Chris Stouffer in that 7 machine have yet to pit. Alec Martinez, too. So I'm not sure exactly. It looks like these guys have pitted twice. But the question is, when was the last time they pitted? I mean, I'm not a mathematician up here, folks. I'm just the guy calling the race. Now, could they make it on those pit stops that they did? I don't know. Honestly, I could not tell you. But if they can, then kudos to them, because the pit window's around, like I said, 24 to 26 laps on fuel. Now, let me see if I can find when they actually pitted last. It looks like Mark Emerson last pitted on a lap 40, along with Eli Hinton and Eric Hutton. And I do not know if they can make it on fuel. I think I said that right. JJ Captain 2005. Boy, I don't know. I honestly do not know. Yes, the 23. Now let's see here. Let me go down here, folks, to see who is the lap. The 23, the 26, the 69. Looks like the 16, the number 17, and the number 21 are all one lap down. So those guys are actually fighting for position. It looks like Jeremy Watkins is sitting on pit road right now, going to get the tires in the fuel, and he'll be back out there on the track, along with Kenny Sawyer now going to come down pit road. And here comes Mark Emerson, Christopher, Eli Hinton, Alec Martinez, Eric Hutton, all coming down pit road. And here comes Tanner Webb. Did he get that slowed down in enough time before he crossed that yellow cone? Or will he get a penalty here? We will have to wait and see what is going to happen to the number 16 machine as he slides it into pit road a little bit too close there. He will have to back up, get it straightened back out, and get the fuel in the tires as well to finish this race. Well, that will give the lead up to Chris Garrett here in the number 757 machine. He will have led 2 laps here so far, so bonus points for him going with him. William Troy back here running now in the 2nd spot. Now we're going to have to watch these other 3 guys who have pitted early, and these guys are now coming in as well. 57 of Chris Garrett, William Troy in the 87, Robert Roche in the number 30 coming down pit road as well. William Troy, see Jeremiah Vincent going to come down as well. William Troy in his box now as well. So now, right now, it's still Mark Emerson currently running in the fifth spot. And let's see, Terry Silvers is back here in the 10th spot. These guys now are all on the lead a lap here. Justin Roden, Jeremy Watkins. So now can these guys catch up to the front pack here? The 22 of Mark Emerson, the 13 of Eli Hinton, and the number 88 of Eric Hutton. And you can't forget the number 7 of Christopher here running in the 4th spot. With 5 laps to go here for the VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series at Talladega. Yes, the number 22 and the 13 and the 88 have all pitted. They pitted on the last lap, or the last green flag pit stops. And it looks like, see, there's Terry Silvers, there's Steve Turner, and there's Justin Roden right here together. Robert Roche and Jeremiah Vincent all right there with these guys. So now Steve Turner has led the most laps with 42, so that cannot be beaten here tonight. But up front, Mark Emerson still on point with the 13 of Eli Hinton there. With 4 laps to go, there will be, it would be 3 laps to go when they cross the line here tonight. Don't want to miss the finish here tonight, folks, because Terry Silvers is now, well, he's about 9.7 seconds behind the leader. He is only about 1.8 seconds behind Alec Martinez, who is kind of out here by himself in that number 18 machine. So Alec needs to, he knows these guys are behind him, and I'm sure he's going to fall in line when Terry and these guys catch him. But Terry's about 9.5 seconds behind the leader of Mark Emerson. So that is quite a big gap with 2 laps to go. White flag will be the next time by here, folks. White flag will be in the air. Is there enough laps left here for Mark Emerson to hold Terry Silver's charge off? We will have to wait and see, as now Terry does go into the 5th spot. We'll get around the 18 of Alec Martinez. So as they come to the trioval here, the 22 will cross the line here. White flag in the air. These guys, I'm sure, will be going nice and smooth, as you probably heard. Nice and smooth here. The 13 of Eli Hinton going to be right behind him. And Eric Hutton in that number 88 machine right behind him as well. Now, who's going to win the race here tonight, folks? Because I do believe we've got teammates working together. We do. I do believe so. So will a teammate try to steal the win, or will a teammate push a teammate to victory? I don't know. But as they come on the trioval, the checkered flag will wave. Mark Emerson will be your victory here tonight, winning at Talladega for the VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series. So congratulations to Mark Emerson for his victory here tonight. Eli Hinton will finish in the 2nd spot. And it looks like Terry Silvers will finish 3rd. We will have to get the official results here.
Checkered flag.
Congratulations to Mark Emerson on his victory here tonight. So give us a quick second, folks. We'll get these guys down here to interview, and we will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back live here. I've got third place here in the booth with me. Actually, I've got first, second, and third, but we're going to start with the third place finisher here tonight. Eric Hutton, man, talk about the racing and the pit strategy there at the end, man. What it took to just figure out what you needed to do there at the end.
Yeah, the ending pit strategy really worked out for us up the top three. Started the race, starting in the back, just wanted to stay out of the way of any cautions. But with the green flag pit stops, I got shuffled back up front, fought hard for the stage, and then stayed in that front group up until those last green flag pit stops. And we took fuel only, or I believe the top three that pitted might have took tires, I'm not sure, but it put us about 10 seconds ahead of them. And so us top three guys had a little fun battle for the end and got third, which is all right by me.
Well, I'm sure this was going through y'all's mind, all three of you. I could see y'all were kind of working together there. I'm sure y'all are teammates as well. If y'all wasn't, y'all be really fighting for the win. But, the pit strategy, because you were probably thinking, you seen Steve Turner and them guys out there, Terry Silvers, they were leading for the most of the race. When they pitted, did that come into play there? Okay, what's it going to take to keep these guys behind us since we're now out front? And are we going to have time to get in and out before they get around?
Right. They pitted with 3 cars, if I'm correct. So I knew they probably wouldn't be as fast as our 5-car group. I think we had 4 or 5. And so when we pitted, we took fuel only, got back out there real quick, and managed to get in front of them by a decent margin.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did take, some strategy here tonight. Of course, Talladega is super speedway, bumper to bumper throughout the whole thing, and the draft, I'm sure, played a huge factor in tonight too, didn't it?
Yeah, we had to really watch our temperatures. If you stayed in pack pushing on someone real hard, it was, after about 5, 6, 7 laps, you would overheat real quick. So I think everyone was trying to play the strategy game rather than just race together and try to get up front, and it worked out pretty well.
Well, Eric, congratulations on third place here tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to for just an outstanding race? No cautions other than the end of the stage caution, end of the stage caution that they threw here tonight. So y'all went caution free. Is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to?
Yeah, I thank everyone for working hard on the league and putting the time into it. Got to thank the group of 3 guys. I think it was the top 3 right here that were worked together with pit strategy and made it work well for all of us.
Well, all right, Eric, man. Congratulations on third place here tonight, and go celebrate, bud.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man.
All righty. Well, we will be going down with to second place here tonight. Eli Hinton, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Eli, man, pretty much the same thing for you, bud. I mean, I know you were out there with these guys. pretty much throughout the whole race. Pit strategies. Now for you, what was the temperature like? In the pack of cars, was it really overheating?
I mean, if you weren't careful, it would overheat. But if you were just careful with it, you'd be fine.
Do you think that if you guys would have stayed out there any longer or pitted any earlier, that you would have had the same outcome as y'all did here? Just 10 seconds ago.
I mean, it probably would have been the same. I mean, we got in front of Terry, that group of 3 cars who pitted earlier. I mean, they stayed out for track position for the stage. I don't think it was too smart, but.
Well, go ahead.
Because we had like a pack of cars, like Eric said, and we just go faster than them with their 3 cars.
Well, y'all had, I believe it was 4 or 5 car pack, that pitted. So y'all had a good pack of cars there. But you did lead 1 lap here tonight, Eli. So you will get a bonus point for that as well. Talk about going into. I don't know where y'all's racing at next week, as unfortunately I'm not going to be the one covering it. But in 2 weeks, y'all have Iowa. Now, determining what happens next week, of course, then y'all have Iowa. What do you think about going into the next race, knowing that you have you finished second here, and in the points you're currently 4th?
I mean, I'd like to be a little better, but I missed 1 race that kind of hurt me for the points, and hopefully I can just get a good finish at Kentucky and Iowa.
Yeah,
it really sucks about second 2 weeks in a row here in New Hampshire, but second place is good.
Hey, second place is better than nothing. Of course, you finished right behind Mark Emerson, but I'm sure your teammate. It is what it is. Alrighty. Well, Eli, is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to for second place here tonight, bud?
I want to thank Humbug Bird Feeders. You can find them on Amazon, and Southern Spoon, and Andrew for running the week.
All right. Well, let's see, who was that? That was Eli. Eli, man, congratulations on second place here tonight, and go celebrate, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, all right, we have caught up with the winner here tonight. Mark Emerson, I know you got a copy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mark, man, kind of talk about, at the beginning of the race, you came out here, you now have led 24 laps, got the bonus point, but I noticed you led 1 lap and then you backed off. Was that by choice, or was that just being in the wrong spot at the wrong time?
I was hoping I'd get in front of them, but I didn't have enough help from behind, and that top line wasn't exactly moving too much. I mean, it was kind of there, but I led a lap. I was pretty happy about that, just to get that 1 bonus point, because I wasn't sure if I was going to lead anymore. And we just kind of fell back again.
Well, you did come out victorious here tonight for the Southern Spoon Cup Series. That will help you, I'm sure, in the points. So, Mark Emerson, you are currently in the 5th in points with 69 points, 19 behind the leader of Bailey Turner. Unfortunately, Bailey could not make it tonight. He's in chat. Not too happy about not being able to make it, but, that will really help you in the points here tonight. Now, talk about going into Kentucky next week, and then Iowa after that, going from a super speedway to a speedway, and then to not really a speedway, but not really a short track. Now that you have the momentum, do you think you have what it takes to maybe be victorious next week as well?
I feel very confident going into Kentucky. I'm pretty good at that track. I've usually been pretty fast at that track, but Iowa is a completely different story. I'm not too good at shorter tracks, and usually I'll just end up getting myself in trouble somehow.
Well, it will make for a good race, I am sure. Going into Kentucky next week, gonna be a change in the point standings, but I am sure you have plenty of people out there you want to thank or give a shout out to here tonight. So, Mark, Mike's yours, man.
I'd like to thank Jordan Ashland, my teammate who couldn't make the race for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Andrew Telgenhoff for being the admin for these races, and the top 3 guys, us 3 up here that finished for amazing pit strategy and pushing us to the win. I'd like to thank Southern Spoon, Tanner Webb for sponsoring this series, and you for broadcasting this series.
Mark, I do appreciate it, man. I enjoy watching every race that you guys put on a show. Of course, you know, the last race y'all were at, New Hampshire, was a little bit higher on cautions, but man, y'all sure cleaned it up here tonight. So no cautions here tonight, man. Only that one to end the stage. But man, congratulations again on your victory here tonight here for the Southern Spoon Cup Series here at Talladega, and go celebrate, bud.
All right, see you next week.
Yeah, well, sorry to break the news to you, but I won't be here next week.
Oh, that's all right. We'll see you the week after then.
Yeah, I will be back for a VRL at Iowa. So, yeah, you know, prior commitments. And
yep, that's all right. That's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is, Mark. But man, hey, what a show here tonight. So, go celebrate, bud.
All right, see you 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, see me in 2 weeks from now. All right, that'll do it here with Mark Emerson, who will be victorious here tonight. We will go down through the results here real quick. Mark Emerson going to come home with the victory here tonight in first place. Now, look at the speed on that car, 199.91 miles per hour. So, congratulations to Mark for the victory here. Eli Hinton going to be in second place. Eric Hutton in third. Christopher will be in fourth. Terry Silvers will lead the most laps here tonight with 42. So he will get the bonus point for the most laps led, but didn't have, you know, enough cars with him to catch up to Mark Emerson and them guys. So he will finish in the 5th spot. Steve Turner pushing the daylights out of Terry, though. You know, but he will finish in 6th. Justin Roden in 7th. Jeremiah Vincent in 8th. Robert Roche in 9th. Robert, I'm pretty sure I butchered your last name all night long, so I will get with you after the race and get the correct pronunciation of your last name. So Robert will finish in the 9th spot. Alec Martinez will finish in the 10th spot here tonight. William Troy will finish 11th. Chris Garrett in 12th. Jeremy Watkins in 13th. Tanner Webb in 14th. Reggie Ortega in 15th, Andrew Schmier in 16th, Brian Chambliss in 17th, Kenny Sawyer in 18th, Andrew Payne in 19th. Zach Nichols did not, I believe he started the race, but he took his car behind the wall early, and Andrew Telgenhoff and I believe Jordan Ashland were actually moderating the race here tonight. But congratulations again to Mark Emerson for his victory here tonight for the VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series. Of course, tomorrow night, folks, we will have the TND Rustic Decor Short Track Series at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. Then at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, the Sim Racing Authority Somewhere Saloon Truck Series takes to the track of the Monster Mile Dover. So stay tuned for that. Then at 7:10 Central Time, 8:10 Eastern, Race Corps will be at Richmond for 135 laps. 7:45 Central Standard Time, 8:45 Eastern, ECR Can-In Series will be at Darlington for 184 laps. Then to close out tomorrow night, 3 Wide Racing will be at Myrtle Beach Speedway. So a busy night and a day for everybody tomorrow here at MaxSpeedTV. Thank you everybody who tuned in and all the new people out there watching. It was a fun race to watch the guys here for the VRL Southern Spoon Cup Series. So until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.